So at the time of this filming, it's around Halloween, and I just really wanted an excuse to be able to carve a pumpkin. So I came up with this pumpkin soup recipe, and I trialled it, and it's delicious. So what we're going to do is get going with this recipe. And again, I'm trying to provide as many recipes that are either easy or quick, and this happens to be both and really tasty. So let's start with a bit of coconut oil just to saute the onions. And we're going to add the onion. Again, a spatula is so key to this because it acts like a wooden spoon, but then you can scrape the sides down. And I just find, you know, anything that can help you in the kitchen and make stuff easier is a total bonus for me. So saute the onions. Then we want to add to this onion mix some chilies. Chilies are great. Again, anything to add the heat effect of the food. It's just going to enhance the calorie burning. Stir that around. Then we're also going to add coriander. Coriander is not just a tasty herb, but it's got lots of health benefits. And what I've done in this recipe is I've used the stalks, because generally you throw away the stalks of things, and I hate wasting food. So if you are using a vegetable that has stalks, so for instance the ends of celeries or broccoli, save them, use them for stock or use them for soup like this. Then galangal. Now you can use fresh galangal root, but I didn't have time to get any, so I'm just going to use a little bit of the powdered galangal. And go to turmeric, another excuse to use turmeric. It's just the king of antioxidants, this one, anti-inflammatory, fantastic for many purposes, but particularly if you suffer from arthritic issues or any stiff joints, really good for anyone who's doing lots of sport, because the very action of sport does create inflammation in the system. Or you can overdo turmeric on the taste side of things, so just be aware of it. Adding that. Then we just want to let that saute for a bit longer. I'm just going to add a bit of extra coconut oil. Then you want to add, this is vegetable stock. Now ideally you make homemade vegetable stock, but actually this is a kind of gluten-free vegetable bouillon, super easy, powdered, added with boiling water. And we'll pour that on top. Turn the heat up. Then coconut cream. It's going to give this soup that really creamy flavour, because the problem that a lot of people say, that I find from clients, is that they don't necessarily feel like soup fills them up. They feel like they need soup and some bread and something crunchy. That's why I want to add a little bit more kind of fat so that you do feel filled. What this coconut does, it doesn't overpower this soup, so you're not just tasting coconuts. The idea that lots of fat in your diet encourages fat gain is just not the case. If you take fat out of your diet, you're going to lower the appropriate hormones, particularly thyroid hormone, and you need that to encourage good hormonal levels and good metabolism. So once that starts simmering away, you want to add in the pumpkin. I actually bought a massive pumpkin, so I've got loads of this left over. It's a really good sort of economical food. And yeah, it might take a while just to scrape out the pumpkin. So if that's not your bag, then you can buy a jar of pumpkin. It's like a pumpkin puree. But if that's the case, I would lower less than the amount of vegetable stock, because it's already quite liquidy. So we'll add in the pumpkin, and then obviously we've got some good old garlic. Garlic is just, it's super fantastic. Great for the immune system. It's a good kind of bug clearer, good for microbiology. It's so strong that it's a sort of powerful natural antibiotic. And then I've added in the zest from the lime. I'm going to put lime juice in a bit. Oh my God, the colour of this is just amazing. So you've just added those ingredients, and now I'm just going to let it simmer enough for 10-15 minutes so that it's cooked the pumpkin. What you don't want is undercooked pumpkin. So the pumpkin soup's been simmering for about 10 minutes now, and you can see from the colour here, it's kind of gone that browny colour where the galangal has been soaked up into the pumpkin. If you're the kind of person that doesn't actually like Thai food, then you can actually omit the galangal because that's what's really coming out of here. So the best thing now to do is blend it. Probably better to do this over the kitchen sink, but I'm gonna risk it, especially wearing a white shirt. You want to put a good tablespoon of this in. Tablespoon of that, and again tablespoon of lime juice. Lime, a little bit like lemon, is really good, fantastic for detoxes, and just gives it that added kind of zesty taste, very Thai taste. So we've added those two things in. We just simply need to blend it. You can either just totally pulverize it so that it's just pure liquid, or if you like a little bit of a bite, just blend it a bit so that there are still kind of whole pieces of pumpkin in there. Then, oh God, it smells delicious. And then just sprinkle a bit of fresh coriander on the top and serve, especially on Halloween. God, delicious.